baseball fans. Before our national anthem, we have the Garcia family in attendance with us. This had been a sad day for our Weslaco ISD family. Eric Garcia tragically lost his life in a car accident earlier this week. Eric was a member of our Weslaco Panther baseball team where he played pitcher and shortstop. He was also a member of the Panther football team where he was quarterback for the Panthers. He graduated in 1997 and went on to play baseball at the college level at UTPA. Our condolences to his family and friends. And now we will have a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you. On behalf of the Panther baseball family, Panther baseball assistants J.J. Garcia and Eli Gonzalez, former teammates of Eric, are here to present the Garcia family this shadow box of the number 16 jerseys worn by Eric Garcia.
Well, good evening. KOS bringing you 31-6A baseball. It is your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg Vela SaberCats, two of the best teams in 31-6A. So this one should be a doozy here from Weslaco Panthers Stadium. I am Joe Aguilar bringing you all of the action from this great ball game that we are about to watch. Your Panthers on the field as they get ready to take on the SaberCats. On the mound is John Castillo doing the catching today. Jaden Pettis at first base, going to be Seth Sanchez. Playing second base is Brian Diaz. At shortstop, Axel Camarena. At third base, Raul Camarena. Left field is Jaden Cavazos. In center field is Matt Calderon. And in right field is Jacob Cavazos. And here comes the first pitch of the day, and that one is just missing outside for ball one. We are officially underway in this game between the SaberCats and your Panthers. Here comes the 1-0. That one misses out. Oh, no, they're going to call that one a strike. So that is, it will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. On the mound, John Castillo. Leading off for the SaberCats, Ivan Mendoza, and he's going to look at that one, take outside for a second ball, 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter. Ivan Mendoza. We'll go over the SaberCat lineup in just a bit. That one is in there for called strike 2, so we got an even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ivan Mendoza leading it off. He is playing second base for the SaberCats. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defense for the Panthers playing pretty much straight away here. Here's a 2-2, swung on and flied out to left center field. And center fielder Matt Calderon will call that one. He'll get under it and trap that one for out number 1. So the first one is down. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 13, Nico Rodriguez. Batting third would be the first baseman, Eric Martinez. In the cleanup spot is the shortstop, Ramsey Amador. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter, Matthew Perez. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. Batting seventh, left fielder, Jonathan Navarro. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Batting eighth would be the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr., and batting ninth, center fielder Frankie Zuniga. First pitch was outside for ball one. So here comes the second pitch. Pitcher versus pitcher here. That one is outside as well. Nico Rodriguez batting from the left side of the plate. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on the pitcher, Nico Rodriguez. That one is swung on and a miss. John Castillo coming with the heat, putting it low and got Nico to chase that one. Count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. We do have 1 out here in this inning as the leadoff batter flew out to center field. That one is swung on in the direction of second base. Good job there by Brian Diaz going out to his right, backhanding that one, tossing it over to Seth Sanchez for out number 2. So John Castillo has faced 2 batters and has put them away. And this is going to bring up the first baseman, Eric Martinez. Eric gets into the batter's box. Looks at that one for strike number 1. Nice breaking ball there for John Castillo. Not sure if Eric was looking for something right in the middle, a little heat maybe. That one misses just outside for ball 1. So we got 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Eric Martinez. Swung on and fouled back. So John gets himself ahead of the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning, just underway. If you're just joining us, I want to welcome you to Weslaco Panthers baseball field. K-West bringing you this 31-6A clash. 2 of the better teams, maybe 2 of the best teams here in 31-6A. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, grounded to the pitcher. John takes a few steps over to his left, underhands the ball to Seth Sanchez, and we have a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium right here on the campus of Weslaco High School. K-West bringing you Weslaco Panther baseball. It is your Panthers taking on the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela High School. Panthers 1-2-3 inning. The top half of the inning. Now they come up to bat for the first time. Leading it off is going to be the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos. Batting second is going to be the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Batting third is the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Batting fifth, third baseman, Raul Camarena. Batting sixth, designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Batting seventh, second baseman, Brian Diaz. Batting eighth, the catcher, Jaden Perez. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. That one is swung on and fouled back. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Nico Rodriguez on the mound for the SaberCats. Defensively, your the SaberCats line up with Nico on the mound. Jaime Perez Jr. is doing the catching. That one is high. At first base is Eric Martinez. Second base is Ivan Mendoza. At shortstop, Ranzi Amador. Playing third base is Isaac Perez. Left field, Jonathan Navarro. In center, Frankie Zuniga. And in right, A.J. Sotelo. That one is swung on and fouled down the third base side of the field. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the leadoff batter, Jaden Cavazos. Jaden looks at a called strike 3. Not very happy with that call. Looked like he thought it was a little outside, but nonetheless, that is a strike. So with one out, that's going to bring up the center fielder, Matthew Calderon. Looks at that one, low and inside for ball 1. Matthew, the center fielder for your Panthers. That one's in there for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Matt Calderon. That one is swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Matt here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. That one misses low. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nico wasting no time getting the signal. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So Rodriguez has faced 2 batters and has struck out his first 2, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel Camarena.
Coming to bat for your Panthers, number 24, Axel Camarena.
That one is fouled back, so Axel comes out swinging at the first pitch. 0-1. Swings at the second pitch. That one is grounded to the shortstop, Ramsey Amador, who tosses it over to Eric Martinez, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the SaberCats. So we played 1 here in Weslaco, and at the end of 1, it is 0-0. You're enjoying Weslaco Panther baseball right here on K-West. We'll be right back.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We are back at Weslaco High School, the Panther baseball facility. K-West bringing you Weslaco Panther baseball. It is your Panthers taking on the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. We are in the top of the second inning. No score between the Panthers and the SaberCats. 1-2-3 inning for John Castillo in the top half of the first. He'll be facing the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, Ramsey Amador. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1. First inning, he had the first batter fly out to center field, then 2 grounders to end the inning. That one is in there for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the shortstop, Ramsey Amador. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ramsey Amador. Not a lot of pitches here for John thus far here in this ball game. That one is swung on and fouled back. breaking ball got Ramsey chasing that one. He was lucky to get a piece of it to keep himself alive here. With being ahead of the count, we'll see what John decides to do as far as pitch choice. Being ahead of the count gives you a lot of options. So here's the 1-2. That one is swung on, and it is in the field of play to the third baseman, Raul Camarena. And that one was a slow roller, so he had to get rid of that one quickly and fired across the field, and he does so for out number 1. Good job there by Raul.
Up to bat for the SaberCats, number 24.
So with one out, that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Matthew Perez. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. That one's in there for called strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the designated hitter, Matthew Perez. Not sure what what John did not like there, but he just had to reset. So here we go. Breaking ball right at the first baseman, Seth Sanchez, and he fields it and touches first base. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Lopez.
Number 26, Isaac Lopez.
Seth doing a good job squaring up, keeping that ball in front of him, and then telling John, I got this. Takes care of the out himself. And they retired the first 2 they faced here in the top of the 2nd. Isaac Lopez, right-handed batter for the SaberCats. Takes the first pitch outside for ball number 1. That one misses a little high and outside, so 2 balls and no strikes on the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. Really haven't seen John behind on any of these batters here this evening. He falls behind to this one, 3-0. Not sure what Isaac is going to do here, but 3-0 counts is usually one of those that they like to give you the green light. That one's in there for strike 1, so 3 balls and 1 strike here on the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. That one misses high, and so we have our first base runner of the evening. Isaac reaches first on a base on balls. So with 2 outs, a runner at first base. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jonathan Navarro.
Now back for the SaberCats, number 8.
Isaac taking off that body armor, handing it over to his coach. That one misses high and outside, ball 1. With 2 outs, not sure if they'll elect to send Isaac. Isaac just really not taking much of a lead there at first base. But we've got timeout on the field. Coach wants to talk over the situation with his batter, Navarro. Not sure what they'd be discussing with 2 outs. Checking the runner on first base. Here goes the pitch. That one gets behind the catcher. Perez, the ball was a little low and outside, but Perez tried to snag that one up, and in doing so allowed the ball to get behind him, giving up second base to Isaac Lopez. So with 2 outs, 2-0 count, we have a runner at second base. Jonathan Navarro is your batter. That one is popped up in the direction of the third baseman, Raul Camarena. He gets under it, secures it for out number 3. So we had no hits, no runs, 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the second. No score between the Panthers and the SaberCats. You're enjoying baseball right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley, WISD is the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School. We are at the Panthers Stadium. We are headed to the bottom of the second inning. Leading it off for your Panthers is the first baseman, number 23, Seth Sanchez. Still no score here in this game between the Panthers and the SaberCats. Nico Rodriguez on the mound for the SaberCats. Breaking ball fouled back. Strike 1. Sanchez back in the box. Swung on, headed down the third base area. It gets between the third baseman and the shortstop. So we've got our first hit of the ball game. Seth Sanchez reaches on a single between the third baseman and the shortstop. That will bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Raul batting from the left side of the plate. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Runner on first, Seth Sanchez with the first base hit of the evening. Shows bunt, Raul does. That one makes its way down the third base line and a foul. Almost got that one to stay in. No balls and 2 strikes on the third baseman, Raul Camarena. That one misses low. Catcher Jaime Perez keeping that one in front of him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Panthers get the leadoff hitter on base. Singles to left field, Seth Sanchez did. No out. And here comes the 1-2. Swung on. Fly ball to left field. Jonathan Navarro gets under that one. And that is out number 1. So 1 out, runner on first. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes.
Coming to bat for your Panthers, number 20, Elijah Estebanes.
Another left-handed batter for the Panthers. So Nico faced a right-hander. Now he's facing his second left-hander here in the bottom of the second inning. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. We haven't seen Rodriguez get behind on any batters yet. That one misses low, so 1 ball and 1 strike on the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. Swung on and missed, so 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the designated hitter. Panthers do have a base runner on first base. That is Seth Sanchez reaching on a single to left. That one is grounded in the direction of the shortstop, Ramsey Amador, but a little too hot to handle. That one gets past him, and Elijah gets on. So we've got runners on first and second and only 1 out. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Brian Diaz.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 9, Brian Diaz.
Brian Diaz at the plate with runners on first and second and only 1 out. First pitch taken inside for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the second inning. No score here in this game between your Panthers and the SaberCats. That one inside. Actually, it hit Brian Diaz. And now the bases are loaded for the catcher, Jaden Perez, and only 1 out. After a 1-2-3 inning in the first, we had a leadoff single, then a fly out to left, then another single, and a hit by pitch, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded with only 1 out. Coach comes on to talk to Nico, maybe to get things straightened out, make sure everything is okay. So as they take a timeout on the field, we will take one as well. You're enjoying Weslaco Panther baseball right here on K-West. Here's the first pitch to Jaden. He looks at that one, and that one misses. Ball one. Second pitch is swung on in the direction of center field. Center fielder Frankie Zuniga gets under it. Sanchez tags up, and he's in for the first run of the night. So the Panthers get the first run here tonight. They are up 1-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. We've got runners on first and second as the runners opted not to tag. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. That one is in there for strike number 1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So Jacob falling behind on the count here in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. That one misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the right fielder, Jacob Cavazos. Here's the 1-2 swung on, and the ball is in the air. Third baseman, shortstop, and it's going to be finally called off by the left fielder, and he drops it. And hustling all the way home is Elijah Estebanes. Brian all the way to third base. And Jacob with an RBI single. So a little confusion there as to who was going to get that one. And that works in the favor of your Panthers. So the Panthers are up 2-0 as they get 2 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, runners on the corner for the leadoff hitter, the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos. Jaden 0 for 1 tonight, struck out his first time up. That one misses high and outside for ball 1. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jaden Cavazos. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Your Panthers have already brought 2 across. Jaden looks at that one for strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. Runners going. That one misses outside. So Jacob Cavazos is at second. So we've got runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Jaden Cavazos at the plate. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he looks at a called strike 3, so that will end the inning. But not before your Panthers bring across 2. They score 2 on 3 hits. 2 runners left on. We head to the third. Panthers leading 2-0.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School. We are at the Panthers Stadium, headed to the third inning. Panthers up 2-0. Leading off for the SaberCats in the top half of the third inning is going to be the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr. Shows signs of bunt, brings the bat back, but looks at a called strike 1. Swung on and fouled back, so after 2 pitches, Jaime Perez falls behind on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 0-2. Swung on and fouled down the right side. That one is going to get out of play. No, it doesn't get out of play, but just out of the reach of the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 0-2 again. That one misses high. Head of the count, you've got a lot of options. John probably thinking maybe I can get him to chase something. But Jaime doesn't chase anything, so 1-2. That one misses in the dirt. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one is swung on and hit hard to left field. Jaden can't catch up to that one, so that one gets to the fence. And that's going to be a stand-up double for the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr. So the SaberCats give up 2 runs in the bottom of the second, and here in the top of the third, start off the inning with a stand-up double from their catcher, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Frankie Zuniga. That's the first hit given up by Castillo tonight. Prior to this, had only allowed 1 base runner, and that was Isaac Lopez in the top of the second inning, who got on base on balls. One ball and no strikes here on the batter, Frankie Zuniga. Castillo looks to run her back. Shortstop comes over. Axel Camarena to keep Jaime Perez honest back there. Jaime was taking a very convincing lead. Shows bunt. Brings a bat back. Called strike. Frankie Zuniga taking his time. Now he's back in the box. Again, shows bunt. That one misses. Trying to go to second base, but he's in there. Jaime thought about going, but the ball didn't get too far away from Jaden. Jaden doing a good job knocking it down, keeping it in front of him. Jaime thought about going to third, but decided to turn back and come back. Good throw there by Jaden, just not in time. Nobody out. Runner on second as Jaime reached on a leadoff double to start the top of the third. That one misses high. Seth having a few words with John Castillo as they both walk back to the pitcher mound. Now Seth Sanchez will head over to the first base side of the field where he's playing first base today. Here's the pitch. Bunt down the third base side of the field. John picks it up, fires it down first base. And they're going to say he's safe. So we now have runners on the corners, nobody out. And we go back to the top of the order, Ivan Mendoza. Ivan 0 for 1 tonight. Flied out to center field his first time up. Nobody out, runners on the corners. Ivan Mendoza at the plate. Swung on. Fly ball. That looks like it may sail out of play. And it does. Strike one. A lot of room here behind the plate. So no balls and one strike on the batter, Ivan Mendoza. We do have runners on the corner and nobody out. Runners going. Ball is on its way to second, not in time. Stolen base there for Frankie Zuniga. So we got runners on second, third, nobody out for the leadoff batter, Ivan Mendoza. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count on the batter. Coach Sedna wants to go talk things over with John, make sure everything is okay. Maybe just wants to go and reassure him that things are going to be okay. Still ahead 2-0 here. Let's just start focusing on getting outs. Looks like we're ready to get back. So Castillo facing Mendoza. With runners on second and third, nobody out. We are in the top of the 3rd inning. Your Panthers are up 2-0. Swung on, and that's a base hit to right center field, and that'll score 2. And just like that, we are now tied at 2. So still nobody out. Runner on first base. 2-2 ball game. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Nico Rodriguez.
Batting for the SaberCats, number 13.
3 straight base hits allowed here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch is swung on and missed. Castillo bringing the heat. Rodriguez looking at his wristband, seeing what sign the coach gave him. Fouled off behind the plate for strike 2. So Castillo gets ahead of the count here on Nico Rodriguez. We do have a runner on first, nobody out, tied ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning. Fouled down the 3rd baseline. Attempted bunt there. Castillo still ahead of the count, 0-2. I'm sorry, that is a called out because that was the 3rd strike. So we've got 1 out. That'll bring up the first baseman, Eric Martinez. So with 1 out, runner on first, Eric Martinez at the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up in the 1st inning. Castillo going over to first base where Ivan Mendoza almost got picked off. Close call there. Again going to first. And again, not in time. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Good side lead there, and they get him this time. Mendoza thrown out at first. May have had the steal sign on, but he was drifting off to his right. And Castillo made him pay for it. Good job there by John Castillo and Seth Sanchez for out two. So we've got 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Martinez still at the plate. Swung on off the glove of Castillo. Second baseman picks it up on the rebound, Brian Diaz. So that's a 1-4-3 out at first base. So 3 hits, 2 runs, nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the third. Your Panthers and the SaberCats tied at 2.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco Panthers Stadium. Your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. We are in the bottom of the third inning. We are tied at 2. And leading it off here in the third inning for your Panthers is the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Matt is 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out his first time up at the plate. Nico Rodriguez still on the mound for the SaberCats. Timeout is called and granted. So here comes the first pitch of the inning. That one misses for ball one. Outside, ball two. The 2-0 pitch swung on and hit hard to left field, and that is a base hit. That is the 4th hit of the night for your Panthers. So with the leadoff hitter on, that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Axel grounded out to the shortstop his first time up at the plate in the first inning. Shows bunt. Fouled off for strike one. Not too much of a lead there for Matt. Now he extends it. I think maybe he heard me. Nico trying to keep him honest. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe Nico heard me as well. So here we go. 0-1. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2. Nico fell behind 0-2 on the first batter. He's ahead on the second batter, 2-0. I'm sorry, I had that backwards. He fell behind 2-0, is now ahead 0-2. That one misses for ball number 1. One ball and 2 strikes on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. That one taken in the dirt for ball 2. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on first base, nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. See if the Panthers can duplicate what they did in the 2nd, or maybe even do better. Get a few more runs here. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on, fly ball to right field. A.J. Sotelo gets under that one. He'll snag it for out number 1. So 1 out, a runner on the first base. That'll bring up the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Seth got the first hit of the night to get things going for your Panthers. He singled to left and he scored. Nico's talking things over with the coach. Now he's getting back on the mound. Here comes the first pitch. That one misses low, so we got 1 ball and no strikes on the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Seth really wanted to get hold of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the hitter, Seth Sanchez. Matt Calderon over at first base. We've got 1 out. That one misses inside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Seth Sanchez at the plate. One out here in the top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd. Runners going. This one is fouled back, out of play. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matt will make his way back to first base. Calderon is at first with a single to left. He did that to start the inning. So here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So we've got 2 outs, runner on first, and up to the plate is going to be the 3rd baseman, Raul Camarena. Raul flew out to left field his first time up at bat last inning. Rodriguez looking over at first base where he's got Matt Calderon. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball one. Previous batter they had a hit and run on. See if they still got that going on. Well, you got 2 outs, so it doesn't matter here. So here we go. 1 ball and no strikes. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Runners going. Ball is on its way, and they got him at second base. So Matt caught stealing, and that'll end the inning. We've played 3 here in Weslaco, and at the end of 3, it is tied at 2. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West. We'll be right back.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to the baseball field here on the campus of Weslaco High School. K-West bringing you 31-6A baseball. It is your Weslaco Panthers taking on the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. We've played 3 here in Weslaco, and at the end of 3, it is tied 2-2. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for the SaberCats is going to be the shortstop, Ramsey Amador. Ramsey 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to the third baseman, his first time up at bat in the 2nd inning. Takes a big cut at the first pitch for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Second one is swung on, and it goes over the head of the shortstop. Axel leaping up, but just couldn't quite get his glove on that one, so that is in there for a base hit. So the SaberCats get the leadoff batter on, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Matthew Perez. Matthew grounded out to the first baseman, his first time up at bat. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Showing signs of bunt, and he puts it down right in front of John. John Castillo goes to second base, gets the first runner, and looks like Matthew gets in there safely at first base on a fielder's choice. So they're going to say that he was off second base. Took my eyes off it for just a second, as I was for certain that that was an out on second. Looked like John Castillo fielded that one cleanly and got it over to Axel Camarena. Looks like we're going to get some help from the home plate umpire. So a little discussion being made there. They're going to say safe all around. Coach Sedna doesn't like the call, neither do the fans. But there's nothing we can do, so we'll just continue to play baseball here. Bunt was laid down cleanly, so with discussions happening on the field, looks like they've got them all squared away. So we've got runners on first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up third baseman Isaac Lopez. Lopez reached first base on balls in the second inning. He was the first person for the SaberCats to get on in the ball game. Still a discussion over here on the third base side of the field, so we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more baseball right here on K-West. Welcome back to K-West. After all that discussion with the coaches and the umpires, we're back to live action. Runners on first and second, nobody out. That'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. As we mentioned a little while ago, he got on base on balls. Again, bunt shown. SaberCats opted to play some small ball here in the fourth inning. Looks like he's got his sweatband in his back pocket. Looks over at the play that was called. So Lopez will get back into the batter's box. Didn't think there was a lot of strategy, did you, when it comes to the game of baseball? Nothing in one. Make that nothing in two. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Lopez asks for time. He's granted time. Tied ball game here in the top of the fourth, 2-2. That one gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance. So we now have runners on second and third. Nobody out. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield moving in. Again, Lopez calls timeout, and they grant him another timeout. Here comes the 1-2. That one misses inside. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out with runners on second and third for the SaberCats. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So the first out is recorded here in the 4th inning. Still runners on second and third with 1 out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jonathan Navarro. Navarro 0 for 1 here in this ball game. His first time up. Had a pop-up to the third baseman, Raul Camarena.
Up to bat for the SaberCats, number 8, Jonathan Navarro.
Jonathan is now in the box, ready to go. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Castillo got the signal. Here comes second pitch. Taken for strike 1. So we got 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder, Jonathan Navarro. That one in the dirt for ball 2. Great job there by Jaden Perez to keep that in front of him. As we mentioned earlier, it's a big pocket behind the home plate and the back fence. Two balls and 1 strike. That one misses. 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Jonathan Navarro. Castillo ready for the 3-1. That one is swung on. Grabbed quickly by Raul and a nice throw to first for out number 2. That one was hit hard. Didn't phase Raul Camarena. So with 2 outs, runners on second and third, that'll bring up the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr. In the last inning, Jaime led off with a double to left field. He also scored the first run for the SaberCats.
SaberCats, number 5, Jaime Perez Jr.
Camarena having a few words with Castillo. So we're ready to go. Bunt shown. Bat brought back. Pitch taken for strike 1. Good placement there by Castillo. Takes his second one for strike 2. Last 2 pitches by Castillo have been placed perfectly. So he's out of the count, 0-2. Swung on in the direction of the shortstop. Slow grounder picked up by Axel Camarena and fires to first base for out number 3. So the 2 First batters get on, advance to third and to second, but then Castillo settles down and retires the next three batters that he faces. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Your Panthers and SaberCats tied at 2. We'll be right back.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco High School. We are at the Panther baseball field. KOS bringing you Panther baseball. The Panthers taking on the SaberCats. We are about to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Tied ball game here at 2. Raul Camarena in the box for your Panthers. He was left in the box last inning due to the fact that Matthew Calderon got caught stealing at second base. So Camarena in the box. We'll lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth for your Panthers. That one misses. Swung on and going in the direction of first base, and it gets between the first baseman and second baseman for a base hit. So Raul with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth. He is 1 for 2 tonight. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. Estebanes singled to left his first time up. Scored a run as well. So Esteban is at the plate. He too from the left side of the plate. So Nico Rodriguez facing back-to-back lefties here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch in the dirt, doesn't get too far from the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr. So Camarena won't go anywhere. One ball, no strikes here on the designated hitter, Elijah Estebanes. That one is fouled back, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Bunt is on, and it's a good one. Back to Nico Rodriguez. And he fires off to first. And we'll see what the call is, because it looked like, from my perspective, that he was a little off the bag. You're going to say that he's out. He advances the runner, though. So Raul Camarena at second base with one out. That'll bring up the second baseman, Brian Diaz.
Number 9, Brian Diaz.
So Diaz at the plate. Last time up at bat, he got to first base as he was hit by a pitch. That ball gets away from the catcher, so Camarena will jog over to third base. So wild pitch. Ball one. On the batter, Brian Diaz. So here comes the 1-0. Time called. Diaz back in the box. 2-2 ball game here in Weslaco. Panthers have a runner at third with one out. That one is fouled back.
Heads up. Please return that foul ball to the playing field.
So we've got a 1-1 count on the second baseman, Brian Diaz. Diaz looking to bring Camarena across the plate. He's at third base. That one misses high. Two balls and a strike on the batter, Diaz. Swung on. Down the third base side of the field. Let's see if this one carries out. No, it doesn't. The third baseman just couldn't get his glove on it. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brian Diaz at the plate. Raul Camarena on third base. And he looks at a called strike 3. Big breaking ball from Nico Rodriguez to get Brian Diaz. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jaden Perez.
And now batting for your Panthers, number 32, Jaden Perez.
Just realizing that both catchers' surnames are Perez. Perez 0 for 1 tonight. Popped up to center field his first time up. Time called. Looks like we're ready to get back. Swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Rodriguez ahead of the count, 0-2. Breaking ball, that one misses inside. Ball 1. One-two count here on the catcher, Jaden Pettis. 2 outs, runner at third base. Camarena got on single to right. Advances second on a sacrifice bunt. Got to third on a wild pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So Nico Rodriguez, after giving up a leadoff single, retires the next 3 batters. And we've played 4 here in Weslaco. We head to the 5th. Score still tied at 2. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on KWS.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco, Texas. We are on the campus of Weslaco High School at the Panther baseball field. KWS bringing you this game between the Panthers and the SaberCats. We are about to begin the 5th inning, and this game is tied at 2. John Castillo still on the mound for your Panthers as he faces the 9th slot, Frankie Zuniga, the center fielder. First pitch misses for ball 1. Last inning, both pitchers able to get themselves out of jams, Castillo and Rodriguez. That one misses, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes here on the center fielder, Frankie Zuniga. That one misses high and outside for ball 3. We haven't seen Castillo get behind on too many batters tonight. The 3-0 misses, ball 4. That is only his second walk of the evening. So the leadoff batter gets on, and we'll go to the top of the order, the second baseman, Ivan Mendoza. Mendoza is 1 for 2 tonight. Flew out to center field his first time out, had a single to right his second time up, then got thrown out at first base as he got caught leaning to second. So he's at the plate for the 3rd time tonight with a runner on first and nobody out. That one misses for ball 1. It's a 5th straight ball here in the 5th inning for John Castillo. Two-0. Coach Eddie Sedna wants to call a timeout and discuss things over with his young pitcher, John Castillo. I guess he's going to stay in the dugout. Just Jaden Pettis goes out to talk to Castillo. He comes right back. So Mendoza gets back in the box. Head of the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner on first, nobody out. That one misses. No, that one's called strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Ivan Mendoza. So that chat that Pettis had with the pitcher seemed to work. So here comes a 2-1. Bunt sign is on. Runner goes to second. Throw is not in time. So Frankie Zuniga steals second. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Castillo steps back, takes a deep breath, and get back on the mound. Three balls and a strike on Mendoza. That one is hit up the middle for a base hit. Runner all the way home. So Frankie Zuniga scores from second base as a diving Brian Diaz can't quite get to it, but slows it down enough to give Zuniga an opportunity to run home. So Coach Sedna is going to call for a pitching change. So we'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll let you know of all the changes done. SaberCats up 3-2. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West. Welcome back to Panther Baseball Field. We've had a pitching change. Now on the mound for your Panthers is Eddie Castillo, and he'll be facing the pitcher Nico Rodriguez. Ivan Mendoza on first base. Remember, Mendoza tends to get a little bit of a big lead. He was caught his last time at first base. And I'm pretty sure Eddie Castillo's very well aware of that. So he looks him over and wants to keep him honest. Ball misses outside. That one is fly up to center field, and the center fielder, Matt Calderon, can't get to it. He attempts to dive, and it gets past him out to the fence. Rodriguez on his way to third, and Mendoza will come across the plate for the second run of the inning. And Nico with a triple. Looks like they may opt for a pinch runner for him. Allow him to catch his breath before he gets back onto the mound. Carlos Peña on to run for the pitcher. So the SaberCats have scored 2 here in the 5th. Lead 4-2. Nobody out. That'll bring up the first baseman, Eric Martinez. That ball gets past the catcher, wild pitch, and we've got another run in for the SaberCats. So 3 runs come across here in the top of the 5th for the SaberCats,
Back into the SaberCats
and is
number
now a
34, Eric
5-2 ball game. Timeout called on the field. Coach Sedna wants to come talk things over with his pitcher to make sure he's okay. Looks like we will have another pitching change. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're enjoying Panther Baseball right here on K-West. Welcome back. K-West bringing you Panther Baseball. Panthers taking on the SaberCats. Pitching change. We now have Matt Soto on the mound. We are in the top of the 5th inning. SaberCats leading 5-2. Eric Martinez at the plate for the SaberCats. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Ball outside. Said that he did not go around. Eric Martinez at the plate for the SaberCats. That one is in there for strike. Soto on the mound for the Panthers. Strike 2. Good breaking ball there from Soto. Swung on and missed. So the first out is recorded here in the 5th inning. Strikeout of Eric Martinez by Matt Soto, and that'll bring up the shortstop Ramsey Amador. Ramsey is 1 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to third base his first time up. Singled to left his second time up.
Now back to the SaberCats number 3, Ramsey Amador.
Looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Swung on, fly ball to center field, and that one falls in for a base hit. So Amador's at first with a base hit. 1 out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Matthew Perez. Perez grounded out to first his first time up, reached first his second time up. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Soto, first one in is in there for a strike. Looks like we have a pinch hitter, Mark Esquivel. Bloops that one over to left field. I'm going to say that it's foul. So take back what I said about Perez, because we've got Esquivel in batting. And this is the first time he is up at the plate. Swung on. That one goes out of play. Strike two. Nothing in two on the batter, Esquivel. Runner on first, one out. That one misses outside for ball one. One ball, two strikes, one out, one runner on first base. Top of the fifth inning. Runner going, swing and a miss for strike three, and he's in there. Ramsey gets himself a stolen base. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. Okay, they're going to send him back. Not quite sure what they're talking about. Coach said not wanting to make sure that everything is called properly. So as Coach Sedna discusses things over with the umpires, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more baseball right here on K-West. Looks like they got everything squared away. They're going to send Ramsey Amador back to first base. And with two outs, that'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. So Lopez up to bat. 0 for 1, struck out his second time at bat. Walked the first time he was up. So with two outs, we've got Ramsey Amador at first base. And Isaac Lopez at the plate. First pitch is in there for called strike one. That one is hit and is in the air in the direction of center field. It looks like Matt Calderon is going to call that one, and he secures it for out number 3. But the SaberCats scored 3 here in the top of the 5th. They lead 5-2. We'll be back with more baseball right here on KWES.
At Weslaco ISD, our elementary schools are diving into new and inventive methods of learning that are transforming lives one mind at a time. Our innovative learning practices have earned our elementary schools numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic programs. Now with open enrollment, WISD, academics, arts, and athletics. For families everywhere, Weslaco ISD Elementary.
Welcome back to Weslaco. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jacob Cavazos will get things started. Nico Rodriguez still on the mound for the SaberCats. SaberCats up 5-2. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Second pitch is swung on in the direction of center field, and that'll land for a base hit. So Jacob with a hot bat tonight, 2 for 2. Single to left and a single to center. So the leadoff batter is on, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos.
Number 3, Jaden Cavazos.
Jaden is 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts. Jacob, another left-handed batter on this Weslaco Panthers squad. See if the Panthers can get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Second pitch is in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Jaden Cavazos. Fun tandem to watch on the football field, Jaden Cavazos and Jacob Cavazos. No relation there. Timeout called. Ball is low in the dirt for ball 2. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on first. Bottom of the 5th inning. Panthers trailing 5-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Matt is 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out his first time up. Singled to left his second time up. And was caught stealing to end the inning back in the 3rd. So we're in the bottom of the 5th, no outs. 1 out, runner on first. There goes the runner. And he's in there with a stolen base, Jacob Cavazos. So Jacob Cavazos with 2 hits here in the ballgame and now add a stolen base to that. Matt Calderon at the plate. Rodriguez gets ready to go. That one's in there for strike one. Fans didn't like the call. So here we go. Breaking ball. That one misses a little low. 2 balls and a strike on the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Matt calls timeout. Maybe thinking that Rodriguez taking a little too much time as he kept an eye over there on second base. As with nobody really keeping Cavazos on, Cavazos just kept inching his way away and away from the bag. So Calderon back in the box. Swung on and fouled back. Calderon at the plate. Jacob Cavazos at second base with 1 out. Swung on in the dirt. Caught at first for out number 2. Score that a strikeout. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Axel is 0 for 2 tonight. First time up, grounded out to the shortstop.
Up to bat for your Panthers.
Then a fly ball to right field the second time up at bat. So we've got 2 outs, a runner on second base. Panthers trailing 5-2. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Got the infield all at the mound. Discussing scenarios. With 2 outs, don't really know what there is to discuss. Just goes to you, go to first base. Maybe just want to give Nico a breather. He's been on the mound all night tonight. Could be that they have an eye on Cavazos, as we've been mentioning. Cavazos seems to inch his way away from the bag. Maybe they got some kind of call to keep him honest back there. But whatever it is, we're back. First pitch misses for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Camarena. This Camarena is a shortstop. Swung on and missed for strike one. A long throw to second. Can't catch the Speedy Clavazos back there. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Axel Camarena. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So after Cavazos gets on with a leadoff single, 3 straight strikeouts from Nico Rodriguez. We've played 5 here in Weslaco. We head to the 6th inning. Your Panthers trailing the SaberCats 5-2.
Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, where every child has a unique way of learning. Through fun activities, we encourage your child's creativity and compassion. At Weslaco ISD, our TEA certified teachers provide the highest standard of education along with social and emotional learning. Come join our family and one of the many elementary schools recognized with numerous distinction designations for their academic programs. Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco. Just about to get underway here in the 6th inning. K-West bringing you Weslaco Panther baseball. Your Panthers taking on the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela High School. Leading it off in the 6th inning for the SaberCats is going to be the left fielder, Jonathan Navarro. Navarro is 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 as he flew out to the third baseman in the 2nd inning, and in the 4th, grounded out to the third baseman. Looks at that one for strike 1. Count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. On the batter, the left fielder, Jonathan Navarro. That one is in there. Strike 2. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Soto on the mound for your Panthers. That one is fouled away. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Soto wants to keep that ball that they were playing with right now. So the 2-2 pitch is on its way. That one is in the dirt. Count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Your Panthers trail 5-2. That one misses, ball 4. So the leadoff batter is on, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jaime Perez Jr. Jaime doubled his first time up in the 3rd inning, and then in the 4th inning, Grounded out to the shortstop.
Batting for the SaberCats, number 5, Jaime Perez Jr.
SaberCats scored 2 in the third, 3 in the fifth. That's where we're at right now. They've got 5. Panthers have 2. Shows bunt. That one's down the first base side. Soto picks it up, goes to first, and gets Perez. But Perez advances Navarro to second base. So with 1 out, that'll bring up the center fielder, Frankie Zuniga. Zuniga, 1 for 1, has scored twice and has 2 stolen bases. First time up, got on via a single. Second time up, got on base on balls. And both times that he was on, stole second base. First pitch is in the dirt. Good job there by Perez to keep it in front of him, keep the runner at second. Ball 1. Not a big lead at second. That one is in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brian Diaz keeping Navarro honest there at second base. And they go to second base. Navarro in there. So here we go. Ball 1, strike 1. 1-1 count. That one is in there for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Frankie Zuniga. Swung on right at Diaz. Diaz takes it on 1 hop, goes over to first for out number 2. Runner advances to third. So with 2 outs, a runner on third base. That'll bring up the second baseman, Ivan Mendoza.
Batting for the SaberCats, number 20, Ivan Mendoza.
Ivan is 2 for 3 tonight. Singled to right his both times up. First time up, flew out to center field. He's caught on leading on first base his second time up bat, scored his third time up. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. That one is swung on, fly to center, and in comes Matt Calderon for the third out. So the leadoff batter gets on, no damage done. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your Panthers trailing 5-2. You're enjoying Weslaco Panther baseball right here on K-West.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WYSD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to the baseball field on the campus of Weslaco High School. Your Panthers taking on the SaberCats. They trail 5-2. We're about to get underway here in the bottom of the sixth. Nico Rodriguez still on the mound for the SaberCats. He faces Seth Sanchez. Seth is 1 for 2 tonight. Single and scored his first time up. Single to the left. Second time up, struck out. So here we go, underway in the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for strike one. Seth holds back for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the first baseman, Seth Sanchez. That one misses outside for ball 2. Swung on, fly to center field. Center fielder going back, and it's over his head and into the fence. Seth will get into second base standing up to begin the sixth inning with a stand-up double. So Frankie Zuniga playing a little shallow. Seth Sanchez sending it over his head. So easily gets into second base. He'll have a pinch runner going in there for him. So with a leadoff double, that'll bring up the third baseman, Raul Camarena. Raul is 1 for 2 tonight. Fly ball to left field his first time up, and a single to right his second time up. Looks at the first pitch, strike one. Bunt is on.
Coming to bat for your Panthers, number 9, Brian.
Misses for strike 2. Raul is behind on the count, 0-2. Got a runner on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Panthers down 5-2. That one is inside for ball one.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 32, Jaden Pettis.
Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on the third baseman, Raul Camarena. So here comes the 1-2. That one is fouled down the left field side. Will that stay fair? And it does. So the Panthers get the first two batters on. So with runners on first and second and nobody out, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Elijah Estevanes. Estevanes 1 for 2 tonight. Single to left his first time up. Grounded out to the pitcher the second time up. So Panthers looking to make some noise here in the bottom of the 6th. That one is fouled back. Strike one.
Pitcher, you're at 98 pitches. 98 pitches.
Nothing in 1 on the designated hitter, Elijah Estevanes. Bunt sign on, brings it back. Long throw to second base. Not sure what everybody was arguing about. He was in there with plenty of time.
Number 13, Nico Rodriguez.
So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Elijah Estevanes. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Panthers down 5-2, looking to make some noise here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Estevanes looks at that one for ball 2. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're just joining us, we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Panthers down 5-2, but get their first 2 runners on, nobody out. Runners going. Ball gets away. Headed home, and he's in there. So Seth Sanchez had a pinch runner. He takes third base, and the ball gets away, and he immediately gets up and heads home.
Up to bat for the SaberCats, number 34, Eric Martinez.
So strikeout of Estevanes. Run scores. Camarena stays at second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Brian Diaz. Diaz hit by pitch his first time up, struck out the second. Takes a hack at the first pitch, goes up in the air down the first base side of the field, Eric Martinez comes over and secures it for the second out.
Now batting with SaberCats number 3, Ramsey Amador.
So with 2 outs, runner at second base, that'll bring up the catcher, Jaden Pettis. Jaden is 0 for 2 tonight. He flew out to center field his first time up, struck out his second time up. Big swing and a miss after first pitch for strike 1. Tell Pettis like that pitch as he went after it hard. Swing and miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count on the catcher, Jaden Pettis. Timeout called by Pettis.
Batting for the SaberCats number 9, Mark Esquivel.
So here comes the 0-2. And that one is taken for a called strike 3. So the first 2 batters get on. Panthers able to get 1 across the plate, and that is it. So we've played 6. We're heading to the 7th. Your Panthers are down 5-3. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on KWS.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley, WISD is the right choice.
Welcome back to Panthers Stadium. Panthers taking on the SaberCats. We are about to get underway in the 7th inning. Panthers down 5-3. Leading it off for the SaberCats here in the 7th is the pitcher, Nico Rodriguez. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Rodriguez takes the second pitch, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Nico Rodriguez. Swung on, fouled back for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes on the pitcher, Nico Rodriguez. Soto came on in relief a couple of innings ago, and he's still on the mound for your Panthers. That one is tailing, but the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos, is able to track it down and get under it for out number 1. Anytime a batter hits the ball to the opposite field, it tends to tail away from you. But Cavazos doing a good job of keeping it in his line of sight and running and not giving up on it for out 1. That'll bring up the first baseman, Eric Martinez. Eric is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch is swung on in the direction of Raul Camarena. Camarena picks it up, fires it to first base for out number 2. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the shortstop, Ramsey Amador. Ramsey is 2 for 3 tonight. Singled his last 2 times at bat to center field. First time up, grounded out to the third baseman.
Now batting with SaberCats number 3, Ramsey Amador.
So the shortstop, Ramsey Amador, now at the plate for the SaberCats. First pitch looked at for ball 1. Takes the second pitch for ball 2. Third pitch is in there for strike 1. Two balls and a strike on the shortstop, Amador. Swung on, and this one is in the air in the direction of right field. And Cavazos can't secure it. And that one falls. Ramsey doesn't stop running, and he's all the way into second base. So Amador at second base. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Mark Esquivel.
Batting for the SaberCats number 9, Mark Esquivel.
Esquivel came in to relieve the original designated hitter. First time up at bat was in the 5th inning. He struck out. Swings at the first pitch. That one's fouled back for strike 1. So 0-1 on the designated hitter, Mark Esquivel. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. One ball and one strike on the designated hitter, Mark Esquivel. Looks at that one for ball 2. Catcher Jaden Perez goes and has a few words with the pitcher Matt Soto, saying, come on, let's get out of this one. Let's give ourselves a chance in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, runner on second. 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Mark Esquivel. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 3. Three balls and a strike on the designated hitter, Mark Esquivel. Here's the 3-1. That one misses outside for ball number 4. So Soto gets the first 2 batters, and the next 2 batters are on. So we got a runner on first and a runner on second with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 2 tonight. He did get on the first time up via a walk. Struck out the second time. And a fly ball to the center fielder his last time up. First pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one misses, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on the batter, the third baseman, Isaac Lopez. Swung on, popped up down the first base line. Will it stay in? And it does. And Seth is able to get out there and get that one for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Your Panthers trail 5-3. You're enjoying Panther baseball right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honor graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
We are heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Your Panthers trailing 5-3. Nico Rodriguez comes out for the 7th inning for the SaberCats. He will face Jacob Cavazos. Jacob Cavazos is 2 for 2 tonight. See if he can remain with a hot bat. 2 base hits, 1 to left, 1 to center, and a stolen base. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Second pitch is low as well, ball 2. So Cavazos ahead of the count. Takes that one for a called strike 1. That one misses high. 3 balls and a strike on the batter, Jacob Cavazos. Looks at that one outside for ball 4. So Jacob has been at the plate 3 times and has reached first base 3 times. So we head to the top of the order. Jaden Cavazos, the left fielder. Jaden is 0 for 3 tonight, 3 strikeouts.
Jaden Cavazos.
Panthers trail 5-3. Need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Tying run is at the plate. Shows bunt. Fouled back. Catcher can't catch up to it. So that is a strike 1. Rodriguez walks back to the mound. 0-1 the count on the left fielder, Jaden Cavazos. Shows bunt again, fouls it up again. This time the catcher gets under it for out number 1. So the leadoff batter gets on via a walk. Jaden flies out as he attempts to bunt to the catcher with 1 out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Matt Calderon. Matt is 1 for 3 tonight. Struck out his first time up. Second time up, single to left. Last time he faced Nico, Nico struck him out. So once again, the tying run is at the plate. Matt looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Jacob Cavazos at first base. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Matt Calderon. Cavazos is a threat to steal as he did so in the 5th inning. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Matt Calderon. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the shortstop, Axel Camarena. Axel is 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out to the shortstop in the 1st inning. In the 3rd, a fly ball to right field. And in the 5th inning, he struck out. Axel needs a hit here to stay alive. Or needs to get on anyhow. Swing on and fouled back for strike 1. So 0-1 to count on the batter, Axel Camarena. Couple of words shared with the home plate umpire and Coach Serna. Home plate umpire looked at the SaberCat dugout or maybe even the other official and said, no big deal, let's get going. So here we go. No balls and a strike on the batter, Axel Camarena. That one misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on the shortstop, Axel Camarena. We do have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Cavazos is at first base. Panthers trail by 2. Axel looks at that one for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Camarena at the plate represents a tying run. Here's the 2-1. Taken by Camarena for ball number 3. So Camarena ahead on the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. We'll see what Rodriguez opts to throw here. The 3-1 missed. No, they're going to say strike 2. Camarena was already on his way to first. I thought it was a ball, but nonetheless, doesn't matter what I think. It's what the umpire calls. So the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So here's a payoff pitch. Camarena calls timeout. Cavazos will be running on this one. So here we go, the payoff pitch. Fouled back. So we'll do that one all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jacob Cavazos at first base. Axel Camarena at the plate. He represents the tying run. So once again, here is the payoff pitch. Cavazos is running. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. That is the 3rd out, and that is a final. Your Weslaco Panthers fall to the Edinburg Vela SaberCats by a score of 5-3. Want to thank Vinny Berry for the great camera work. For KWS, I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from Weslaco Panther Field here in Weslaco, Texas, where once again the final score is the Edinburg Vela SaberCats 5, your Weslaco Panthers 3. We'll see you next time here on KWS. Good night.